Right, so a end of the week video. Won't be doing anything on it this weekend. Got a few things to do this weekend. So and next week looks quite wet, so we'll see how it goes. But hopefully the weathermen are wrong, and all being well, I'll be able to get some hours at least on it. We'll see. But I'll run you through what I've been doing the last sort of few hours. I've probably only had about, I don't know, 15 hours or so on it probably. What I've done is you probably noticed I've primed some 2K primer on this section here in the wing. If I jump in here, still tools everywhere. Still trying to work on this, but obviously I don't want to do a video before it gets dark. So I primed the wing just so I can see where I am, so you can see roughly where there's some ripple in here, a little bit of work needed on this arch here, which I'm still tidying up. Some work around here, well, work everywhere really, but obviously it gives you an idea of where it is, flatness wise and shape wise. Yeah, you can see basically where we are on that. Obviously then I can see how it's looking for everything really, lines and stuff. You can see how the line here sort of goes up too far. It kind of comes up there, it should be going along that way. So that's the sort of thing I can put like a pinstripe of tape down there and then get it to the line. But I can't really do that until I had primer on it, so it makes sense to crack on with that and get that sorted. What I've also been doing on this side is the mirrors. So the mirrors look too big. So before, the mirrors were about where were they? Probably about that high. I've taken about 3/4 of an inch, maybe slightly more out of it. Basically chopped the mirror, chopped the top off it, chopped the section out, took all the internals out. You can see here, it's going to work a bit different now. So all the internals are out of it. Obviously the glass is out of it, so that's not going to fit now. Got to make my own mechanism in here and make a bit of glass to fit in there. Should be easy enough to do. Fairly straightforward. But you can see obviously the shape of them is a lot better. The other side's actually got this built in as well. This is all fiberglassed in. I wanted to check, see if it was better to have it not like that or like it. So I think I prefer it with the fiberglass version in, which I'll show you in a second. But yeah, that's the mirrors. They look a lot nicer, I think. Being a bit more sleek, better design. So it goes well with the whole look. Go down this way. There you go. Looks better than the originals, doesn't it? I think so. Well, it's the originals, but modified a little bit. This is the other side. That's with it blended in, so it's all one piece. I think that looks pretty good, to be honest. That not bad at all. Again, same on this one. The internals and stuff will need looking at, but you get the idea. It looks pretty cool. What I've also been doing as well on the rear is I've got the light bar in now, because the light bar has been, this is a mould basically. It's going to be vacuum formed. This will all be like a hollow plastic piece, and it'll have like dark tinted and stuff like that, so it'll look nice. And obviously put the lights and do a custom light arrangement in there. But you can see basically the bar itself has had quite a lot of work done on it. So I'm basically getting these are the increment lines where I've measured it. So basically there's like 8 centimeters, 9 centimeters, 10 and back to 9 and whatever else along there. And obviously that has to match up then with the other side, which you can't really see because I've taken most of it off now. But it is fitting pretty well. And also I've modified this section here. So basically it goes nice all the way along there. And obviously this sits in a good place where it's going to sit. So that looks pretty good. And we've got the other side there, not bad at all. I'm just trying to get all the panel gaps right. So I'm basically filling this in before it goes away to be moulded. So it's got to sit probably a little bit less than that. So I've got to flat that back a little bit, make a bit more of a gap so there's room for the mould to go over the top. So we're doing that. This piece is probably about where it should sit here. And obviously along there, this probably needs a little bit more putting in, but it's very, very minimal now. Most of it is done now, so it's looking quite good. The bottom section is pretty much there, I think. Yep, that's pretty much there. That should be good for the moulding. And then I've got to do some work on the filler here to basically blend it into the bumper and stuff, but I can do that. And obviously it needs some taking back, some flattening back here, so it's all in line, better there, and then comes down in the right places and it's symmetrical both sides. That's the idea anyway. So yeah, I'm working on that. I'll explain what's going on at the front, because a lot of people seem to be struggling with this one. So at the moment you can see obviously this is all one piece. So obviously I'm flattening this now, I'm long blocking this, I'm doing it by hand, not by sander, so it's a bit of a killer, but it's one of them. So I'm literally long blocking up here, all of that, well, to this side, basically long blocking up there, all that section, going up there, make it the right shape, so it's basically all smooth. I've done all these lines for the vent, well, they've done them, I'm sort of halfway through them. So basically I know where the vent's going to sit on these lines here. That's basically symmetrical there. This piece isn't yet, but it will be at some point. And then once that's all been long blocked back to be relatively flat, I can then see where I am for the symmetry side for the wings, because you can see this one sits slightly higher here compared to that one. I've got to sort that out. This piece here dips slightly here, so that's got to be taken down slightly rather than come up. Of course on this one here it goes down, so it's got to go sort of, that's got to be shaved back basically, sort of a bit lower. And then I can carry on over the top there. That'll take off some of this top piece. This is too high, so it's not that this is the wrong shape, it's because this is the wrong shape. This at the moment just sort of goes like that, whereas really it needs to go more sort of like that. You can do that a little bit like that. So that would be the same as this side, if you get what I mean there. So yeah, that's basically where it's heading. So once I've long blocked all of this, which is going to be quite a long job, but it's one of them things, I've also got to long block all that as well, which I'm going to do some electric sanding on that section because it is quite filler heavy. But you can see basically where all the filler isn't. That makes sense, because a lot of people think there's going to be loads of filler in it. Well, this is the fiberglass coming through here. Ooh, can't reach it, that one there. This is the actual fiberglass here behind. There's no filler there at all. There's filler here, but it's like minimal, it's like tiny amounts. So you can see how it's going to be. This is literally all fiberglass panel. When people are saying it's full of filler, it's going to be really heavy and everything else, it's really not. There's next to no filler in there. It's just to get it flat and straight. That's all it's for really. Most of this will come off. So this is quite thick here. It's probably like, I don't know, probably 3 or 4 mil there. By the time it's all tucked back and taken over the top there, it's going to be literally like this. So it's going to be like 1/2 mil or something. Literally next to no filler on there. You can see from there. Nice thin panels. So I'm sure people will still say, I won't watch the video and they'll still say, well, it's going to be heavy or whatever. It's not, it really isn't. And so basically when that's done, as I say, so this is all going to be flatted in, smoothing this side, get the right profile on it, and then I'll be able to cut the bonnet lines, which are probably going to come down roughly where they were before, sort of down here, down that section, and then stop about probably here somewhere. We'll go along. I could even take it into the bumper, to be fair. I could even go like full Aston Martin special and go down here, but it might be a bit weird, so I might have to take it down to about here somewhere. It's going to be a very narrow line anyway. Bonnet lines, the shot of the bonnet isn't going to be very big anyway, so you won't really see it. So basically go along there and again up there, matching the parallel to those once they've done, and up there, so it should look good. But yeah, there you go, a bit longer video than normal, to be fair, but at least I explained a few things as where we're going with it, because I don't always do that and people do ask me a million questions, so it's good to have questions anyway. I don't mind that, but it's also good to explain things properly and show you where I'm going with it. That's usually the best thing. I've also done as well, which they're in the car at the minute, the other car, daily car, the side extensions are being filled and shaped properly now, so these are sort of halfway done now, so they are being done and we'll be back on the car at some point soon. So yeah, anyway, that's it. So that's probably going to be it. Could even be that there isn't a video next week, depends on the weather, we'll see. I might have to start on the Clio instead. I know a lot of people keep asking me about the Clio, they keep saying when's it going to start and that sort of thing, so I think it probably could even be next week when the weather starts turning, and I can only do this really on dry weekends and the odd evening before the clocks go back and they do that sort of stuff. So hopefully all being well, yeah, hopefully good video next week, but if not then probably the week after. But yeah, feel free to comment, subscribe if you can. Subscribers have gone through the roof again, so happy with that, very good. Thanks for your support on it all. It's about 6,200 nearly now, so that's really good. But yeah, cheers for that, and basically keep an eye on it. There's a lot of people interested in this time round. I can see why as well, and yeah, keep an eye on it, and yeah, feel free to comment, let me know if you can see any changes that you'd want to make, stuff like that. Can't really see around this side, and yeah, I'll do another video as and when I can do.